But look at this, I feel emotional just stood next to Mr. Bafta. Look at that, it's an incredible thing. And I've got to tell you, it's really heavy. Why am I holding it? Why is this important? Why is a geek like me close to tears? Simply because this is just about as good as it gets in video games. There's a lot of people in that room, over 600 people, all from the video gaming industry, producers, artists, writers, performers, you name it, the people that make video games the biggest entertainment industry on earth. Assassin's Creed is up for one, Fable 2, Fallout 3, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto 4, Little Big Planet, Spore. What a lineup! Can you imagine if you're Assassin's Creed and then you learn that Little Big Planet, Spore and Grand Theft Auto are the ones that you're up against? They must be absolutely petrified. Anyway, literally, I've got to go. I've got incredibly famous and influential people to meet. I've also got non-famous people who I care a lot more about, the people that make the games that we love, to chat to and ingratiate myself with. So I'm going to say cheers. And this is probably the only time I'll ever get to hold one of these. So I'm savouring the moment. Boom, Blox.
I think it's what happens when you combine, you know, the brilliance of Steven Spielberg with a group of game developers that are second to none, and they themselves are hardcore gamers, and you get this amazingly casual experience, but that also appeals to the hardcore gamer.
Fable 2.
So exciting, I can't tell you. We're now in the real beating heart of the game Baftas. This is where the people come when they've just won a Bafta, and there's a lot of emotion in that room. I mean, these are people that have worked on a game that could have cost 50 million quid, could have had 100 people working on it, 200 people working on it for a couple of years. They've gone up there against the biggest and the best, and they've got the mask, as they call the Bafta, and then they've walked through this door and they get to stand in front of the photographers, and then someone says, "What do you think?" and they're just full of emotion, and it's wonderful.
Fantastic, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, very good. I think it means a lot. It's just recognition of a lot of hard work.
It's great because as a gamer, I understand their love, you understand their love as gamers of this medium, which has grown from the smallest thing ever to just about the biggest entertainment medium on the planet, and that's why it's important, and that's why there's so much emotion and good feeling in the room. I'd love to chat more, but there's so many great categories and games that I want to see win. I'm going to get back in the big room, so enjoy.
And the Bafta goes to Sid Meier's Civilisation Revolution.
Bafta is going to Boro, Toro, Dark Matter Designs.
You're playing with people who are creating their own creatures in a universe. We've got a very talented man called Will Wright, who made The Sims. When he was finished with The Sims, he went on to make Spore. It's coming out on the Wii, so there's a whole opportunity for Wii players.
Great idea.
And then there's more add-ons coming for the PC. Spore's not going away, it's going to be a big franchise.
And the Bafta goes to Dead Space.
The thing about a game is it's non-linear. Things are always changing, and one of the biggest things about Dead Space, I think, that allowed the music to breathe a little bit was we had a very deep, very integrated and adaptive audio system. Adaptive audio system that allowed the game
to use that sort of language in game.
The game to react to the music.
And the Bafta goes to Little Big Planet.
Wow.
Yes!
That's pretty cool. The one thing I want to tell you is that Little Big Planet is done by 30 people. They're all here, over there. And to create an artistic achievement, something that stands out in this day and age, I think has got to be really personal. And because this game is really personal, every single one of those people there has contributed a piece of them.
I don't think we even knew what we were making actually when we started, to be honest, and it just evolved over time, so we just absorbed everyone's ideas and it turned into this, what it is. You know?
We wanted Little Big Planet to be like a collage, a mashup of all of the world's imagination, all the inspiration that goes into that game is like a fusion of pop culture.
A true inspiration, Mr. Nolan Bushnell.
Going into that lab at the University of Utah and playing what I consider to be the very first video game, it was an indication of how fun being able to manipulate items like that in real time was. And it was just so obvious that it could go in so many ways, in so many directions, from sports to space to fun, that all you had to do is make the technology and boom, we were off to the races, and it turned out to be true.
Well, I tell you what, that was emotional. The whole evening was incredible. Being in a room full of people who are passionate about a medium that we all know rocks the world, both culturally, economically, politically, you name it. There was an MP out there tonight and she talked about how important this medium is. Can you believe that? A member of Parliament. And you could tell that the penny had just dropped because here she was at the glorious Bafta Awards, suddenly understanding that this is a huge industry that affects young people, old people alike, is made by British companies, but is played by British gamers. It's been brilliant, one of the most memorable experiences in my gaming life.